Okay, so some of you have been asking what's going on with Ron. And it's been a few days, about 5 days. I was in my apartment and they were bombing the airport and there was some machine gun fire. That didn't scare me off. But then when Putin threatened to kill me, that's when I decided to leave, okay? Not me personally, but he decided that he wanted to kill the foreigners who were registered with NGOs here in Ukraine because he thinks that they're spies. Maybe some of them are, I don't know. But I'm just a guy, I'm just here, okay? So I went ahead and packed my bags and it took a long time to get here, but I got to this town where I am now. And God put his hand down and he said no when I'm trying to leave the country. He said no. And I said, God, is this your hand? And he said, yes. I said, okay, all right, I'll go get a room. So here I am, I'm in a room and it's like a dormitory. And I won't show you Igor, I call him Pavel. But I just want to show you just briefly what we're talking about here. So you can see here, there's a bed here. This is like old school Soviet type, really old, worn out stuff. And so this is like for emergency relief, okay? So I'm here, God said go here. I ran into the owner of this hotel, this huge, beautiful hotel here, but she said there's no rooms anywhere. They're all booked forever. And so she said, come with me. She says, I want to put you in a room here. And I said, okay, no problem. So she put me in this room and I brought my luggage with me. And right after I got put in the room, God started bringing one man after another to me. And it was made very clear that God had brought them to me. And even they admit now too, okay? Because after preaching the gospel and telling the testimony of how God works miraculously in my life through my relationship with him, they know there is a God, okay? And the hearts are changing. The hearts are turning to God. Now, I want to warn you about Warning the People. Warning the People came out with a video here that was anti-patriotic, saying that you can't be a Christian and be a patriot, and saying that it's evil, and all of these kinds of things. And he doesn't have any idea what he's talking about because he doesn't know the scriptures. He doesn't know the scriptures. If you're not faithful with the things of this world, you're not going to be put in charge of things that are spiritual, of greater value. Okay? And you say, what? Yeah, Jesus said that. Now, I'll find the reference when I get a chance and I'll post it up in the post section, right? Because, I'm in between, so I'm not recording from a normal position or with my hands free and I can just tell you. The other thing is that when the people were corrected about how to repent, what to repent of, remember John the Baptist? And the soldiers were there, they weren't told to stop soldiering and to stop defending the interests of the country and things of that sort. Not at all. Not at all. So don't listen to Warning the People. He's off track. He's wildly off track. And he's trying to pick and choose scriptures and trying to make it look, like these certain political and social views that he holds are the gospel. They're not the gospel. And he has no idea what happened to those men who were defending that island. Those 13 men did not die. Well, we don't know, right? But there's evidence that they didn't, because the communication was not lost after they supposedly had been killed. So he needs to do his research first before he starts talking about things, because he knows nothing about it. I am here on the ground in Ukraine. I see, I talk with people, I find out information you're not going to hear on YouTube, okay? And I have to tell you right now that the hearts of the Ukrainian people are gigantic. They are the warmest, most beautiful people in their hearts. The humanitarian efforts that are going on here are astounding. That's what wins a war. When you're doing what is right, then you've got God's attention to your prayers, and he's going to answer them. So the more that we do those things and believe in God and pray and ask him, and we do those things, this charitable love, the actions that are charitable love, which they're doing, man, they are doing, then God listens and he's attentive to your prayers. So those of you out there who are supporting this channel through prayer, I don't receive donations or anything like that. I want you to go do acts of charitable love. Find someone who needs help and do that. And keep doing that while also you keep praying for the Ukrainian people, for the Russian people, for there to be peace, for Ukraine to have peace in its border. And may the Lord bless you as you seek Him with all your heart.